Hello, my name is Willow Andreasson. I am the author of the 2012 book A Journey into the Mysteries of Life, Lessons from the World Beyond. The book I will be reading from is Book 1, The End of the Beginning, which is the first of the series of this book. It was published on Lulu, or using Lulu Publishing, and the ID number is 13336259, and details can be found on www.lulu.com. I shall read the back page first before I read the dedications and the introduction. People need to know the truth, Willow. People need to know they have been so badly misled. And I am sorry. Sorry that they have been lied to. Willow Andreasson had enjoyed many conversations with her younger sister over the years. This conversation, however, was different. Willow glanced upwards. The expression on her sister's face, staring down from the living room wall, remained passive as always. She was frozen in time, eternally youthful, yet her voice remained clear and the urgency in her tone unmistakable. Willow's sister and grandfather had left the living dimension over 15 years before, but their joint request was unequivocally clear. Their words needed to be expressed, and soon. Willow grasped the metal and commenced the first journey into the mysteries of life. She learned of the immense challenges facing mankind over the coming years, and of truths deliberately obfuscated by those with mysterious agendas spanning back many thousands of years. Book 1 looks at the background to Willow's journey. She shares her sister's thoughts on life after death and reincarnation, and for 2012 US elections. The book was dedicated to my daughters and my partner. It is also dedicated to my late grandfather and my late sister, and I would not have been able to complete the journey without them. Finally, my gratitude to all the good souls, the scientists, geologists, theologians, everyone whose dedication has provided the world with a wealth of information. I've learned so much from you all, and express complete gratitude to you all for expanding my knowledge. We are all seekers of the truth in our own ways. Introduction. Before I began writing this book and commencing what I had suspected would be the start of an incredible journey of discovery, I will admit that I had long endured a mental wrestling match with myself. Call it a fear of the unknown. The contents of this book, and those to follow in this series, could be considered fantastic or fantasy equally. Devout believers in the concept of the afterlife may consider the words as further evidence of the existence of a glorious paradise beyond our global domain. Cautious skeptics may denounce every single word as the mutterings of a madwoman, which could equally be true. I respect all points of view and welcome discussions, healthy in nature, of course. My own personal viewpoint of the existence of the afterlife? I believe it very much exists. Do I feel that my experiences over the past 4 to 5 years of my life merit scientific scrutiny? Not particularly. Why do I feel this? Well, this book, and the sister books I am also in the process of editing, are not intended to be strictly scientific studies of a paranormal phenomenon. That said, I always routinely apply the Occam's razor criteria to any paranormal experience. If there is a simple explanation for any event, I will endeavour to find it. I certainly don't believe that every creak emanating from old wooden floorboards indicates the presence of a long-tormented ghost. An ornament falling suddenly off a shelf equally likely has an unexciting explanation. A gust of strong wind through an open window, or low-level frequency vibrations unheard by human ears, can easily cause a china to topple from its perch. However, it is also safe to say that not everything can be explained away by applying the Occam's razor criteria. Many of my experiences, and subsequent communications with two of the most loved and influential people in my life have taken place in the years since their passing. That's not to say that they weren't incredible people during their time on this plane. They were extraordinary people, full of the effervescence of life, remarkable in every single way. Two people I was so blessed to know. They have continued to amaze me in the years since their passing. I'll describe these wonderful souls later in this book. Finally, I would state that, initially, I had intended to present the subject as a solid block of work. The wealth of information and the rapid evolution of events on this beautiful planet of ours, however, necessitated a review of this approach. Let's put it this way. A second edition of the unpublished first edition was fast becoming a mandatory requirement, and I would never have been able to publish anything. This book is the first of a series under the Journey banner. It has the unusual subheading of The End of the Beginning. You may be wondering why.